Hey there, it's Mitzi. Welcome to my channel. So today I want to go through a tall tower of books that are on my shelf that I've had for quite some time and I've never read them. And so I need help deciding on whether I should keep them or unhaul them. Now, a lot of these books, most of these books on this TBR, I've been given. Someone gave them to me, or I found at a little free library, or we have a free book bin outside my favorite second-hand bookshop, and it's always full of great books. So I've picked them up there. If I have bought a book, it might be $2. So I have not invested a lot of money on these books. So if I decide that I'm going to unhaul them, I'm not out much to begin with. So that's where we start with this stack. I'll try to go through them quickly, and I just want you to kind of give me your take on these books if you've read them. Should I keep them or should I chunk it? Okay? So the first one is a book I found at a little free library, A Man Called Ove, I think's how you say that. Now, this book, I've seen everywhere, and that's why I picked it up. And I know that they've made a movie out of it, but that's all I know. So if I should keep this book, let me know. Another one I found, I actually bought this one because it said it was a Pulitzer Prize winner. And I've read several Pulitzer Prize winners, and I thought, well, I'll try this one. It's called Olive Kitteridge by Elizabeth Strout. And I've never read that one. So if you have, let me know. One I found in the free bin at my favorite secondhand bookshop is Christy by Catherine Marshall. Now, this is a Christian fiction, and the reason I feel like I should have already read this is because it is, there's an award that Christian fiction gives every year, and it's called the Christy Award. And it's in honor of this book because this was like a pioneer in Christian fiction. And so I feel like I should have already read this book. I mean, it's very old and I should have already read it. But anyway, I found this great copy at in the free bin, so I picked that one up. This one is by Sue Monk Kidd, The Mermaid Chair. It was in the free bin. I have no idea what this is about, and I have never even heard anything about this book. Now, I love The Secret Life of Bees. I really like that book. She writes Southern fiction, so, you know, I'm on board with that because I certainly relate to a lot of the characters in her stories. But I've never even heard of this one. So if you've read that one, let me know. This was because Stephen King said he loved it. It was a favorite. Now, Stephen King reads all kinds of great books, and I have looked at his list before just because I was curious. And I've picked up several books that he has mentioned, and they're not horror, they're just great books. And everything that I have picked up that he's recommended, I've actually enjoyed. So this one I bought used. It's called Whipples Castle, an American novel by Thomas Williams. Don't know anything about this, but it was recommended by Stephen King. Another one that I found, and I bought this one because I really thought I would be read this by now. I've had this forever, and that is The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. Now, I feel like I should have already read this, but I don't know if I can handle this book because from what I gather, it's depressing. I mean, because I know about her life, and I think it's kind of, you know, pertaining to kind of the struggles that she was having in her own life. I'm not sure of that, but that's kind of the feel I get for this. So let me know if I should read The Bell Jar. I also found a book at an estate sale. I have heard a lot about Georgette Hare, but I've never read anything. I think she's Regency Romance or something. I might be wrong. Let me know if you've read her. But I just thought this book was just so pretty, and it was $2. It's called Charity Girl. Can you see that? I think there's a glare. But I really was interested in Georgette Hare because I've heard other people talk about her. And after I bought this, the very same week I went to a secondhand bookstore, and they had Cotillion, which is also by her. So I thought, well, I'll pick it up. But I haven't even read this one yet. And I think I paid $2 for this one too. So let me know, should I invest time in Georgette Hare? And then I really do want to read this one, but it is so long. Look at this book. So, but I think this was a Pulitzer Prize winner, Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry. And I really want to read this, but I think it's like a Western. But I've never read Westerns, so I'm not sure if I like this. Why do I get these books? Oh, you know what? Somebody gave me that book. I think somebody gave me that one. Another one that I picked up for a couple of dollars, Kate Atkinson Transcription. Now, the reason I picked this one up was I heard that it had an unreliable an unreliable narrator, and I like those a lot. Rebecca, My Cousin Rachel, Remains of the Day. Those books I really love, and they have unreliable narrators, so that's why I picked this one up. But again, I don't know anything about it. I think it might be set in wartime. Is it? 1940, so I think it's set during World War II times. Maybe? I don't know. Transcription. I picked up The Forgotten Garden by Kate Morton. This has probably been on years. I think this has been on my shelf for years. How sad is that? But I read one book by Kate Morton, and I loved it. And she has so many others, and I have not read them. But this is The Forgotten Garden. I read, is it something about a secret? The Secret Keeper, or something like that's the name of it. I read one of hers, and I loved that book. So let me know if I should read this one. This one I know is, I should have already read too. I Capture the Castle by Dodie Smith. I'm not even going to say anything about it. I picked this up because I think I should have already read it. And then this one was going around in my social media circles for a very long time. And I got this at a little free library. Before We Were Yours by Lisa Wingate. And apparently this is a great book because everybody, I mean, this thing was hyped for sure. Everybody was talking about this one. So I picked it up, but again, never read it. Then I picked up this at I think it was $1, Green Dolphin Street, and the only reason I picked this one up is because it's by Elizabeth Gooch, and I hear a lot of good things about Elizabeth Gooch, but I've never read any. So the reason I haven't read this one yet is because I'm not sure where to start. Is this a good place to start with Elizabeth Gooch? So those are the books that I have on my TBR that are sitting on my shelf, that have been sitting there, sadly, waiting to be opened for so long. So which one should I start with? Which one should I toss? Are there some that are worth the investment? Please let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.